Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bryce, and right now in today's video I'm going to be showing you who has the best 4G LTE coverage out of AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, and T-Mobile. So this is an app, it's called Coverage, and basically what it does is it copies the carrier's coverage maps and puts it in its own maps. The coverage map is only available on iOS devices, but yeah, in today's video we are going to compare AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, and T-Mobile, and it is going to be LTE coverage, as you can see right there. So let's get right into the video. We're going to start off by seeing how big T-Mobile's coverage map is for their 4G LTE. As you can tell right there, it looks pretty decent. You know, carriers like T-Mobile are always adding new towers. So yeah, it does look pretty decent. It's more along the East Coast though. There's really not a lot of it on the West Coast. But if you're in like California or Washington State, stuff like that, you'll be good on the West Coast. Over here on the East Coast, as you can tell, West Virginia is not covered that much at all, along with the state of Maine is not that covered much at all. Nebraska, not so much either. Montana, Wyoming, Nevada, stuff like that. But if you're not in those states, you should be pretty good and well off. But, you know, T-Mobile is always adding new towers, and just like every carrier, they're adding new towers. So here in the next couple years, the coverage map might be different, and carriers might be better than the other carrier. Sprint's coverage, as you can see, not really a whole lot of it. It's actually considerably worse than T-Mobile's overall 4G LTE coverage. There's a whole bunch of spots missing that Sprint does need to fill in. As you can tell here in like these northwestern states like Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota, they're not covered that much at all. And really the only places you're going to get coverage with Sprint is on the major highways, or if you're in the major or mid-sized cities. All right, let's go ahead and go over to AT&T. As you can tell, it's a lot bigger of an overall coverage map than Sprint and T-Mobile. They still got a lot of spots to fill in, but if I were to pick, I would choose AT&T's 4G LTE coverage over Sprint and T-Mobile's, only because 4G LTE is the fastest data speed around, and it's a lot better than 3G or even HSPA+. Let's go over to the Verizon's coverage map, and as you can tell, Verizon has tons and tons of 4G LTE coverage. The dark red is their native 4G LTE coverage. The light red is roaming, and I do not consider roaming as actual carrier's coverage. So anyways, on the other hand, Verizon does have a lot more 4G LTE coverage than any of the four major carriers. So there you have it. And like I said, this might be different in the next couple of years. AT&T might expand, T-Mobile might expand. You know, carriers are always adding new towers. But as of right now, Verizon is king when it comes to 4G LTE coverage. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video.